You ever meet someone who just knew? Like they knew their own destiny long before anyone else had even a hint? Well, today, we're jumping into an incredible story about exactly that. It's a powerful lesson in vision and, maybe more importantly, self-belief.
Really think about that for a second. Someone with such a clear picture, such absolute certainty that it feels like they're just reading a script from the future. We're about to meet a person who did exactly that, and we're going to see it through the eyes of a journalist who could not believe what he was hearing.
All right, so let's set the scene. The year is 1976. The place? Tucson, Arizona.
Picture this, a kinda quiet restaurant inside a DoubleTree Inn, and over at a table, all by himself, sits this just huge, imposing guy. But he's not the center of attention. Nobody's looking. He's just there, almost like a ghost from the future, hiding in plain sight.
And here's the context you absolutely have to understand. This man was a nobody. He wasn't famous. Nobody recognized him. He was just this retired bodybuilder who was in town to promote a movie that had already flopped. And that man was a young Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So a local sports columnist gets the assignment to interview him. And he asks a pretty standard question, right? The kind of thing you ask when you're just trying to fill the space. But this one simple question, it was about to unlock one of the most unbelievable predictions he would ever hear in his life.
And Arnold's reply was just immediate. No hesitation. Not even a hint of a smile. He said it like it was a fact, with the same casual tone you'd use to order a coffee. I'm going to be the #1 box office star in all of Hollywood. Just let that sink in for a moment. You have to get how completely absurd this sounded back then. You've got this guy with a really thick Austrian accent whose first big movie was a total bust, and he's just calmly stating that he's going to conquer Hollywood. The reporter, he later said he literally almost choked on his food.
Stunned, the reporter just manages to get out the only logical follow-up. How? What else do you say? It wasn't just about the crazy goal. It was, what on earth is the plan here?
And this is the heart of the entire story. Arnold's answer wasn't about luck or who you know. It was a philosophy, a process. He said, you create a vision of who you want to be, and then you live into that vision as if it were already true. So here's the crucial part, this powerful 3-step framework. He didn't say wait for a vision. He didn't say hope for it. He said you create it, then you live it into existence, and then, eventually, you become it. It's like reality has no other choice but to finally catch up to you.
And, well, this is exactly how it played out. Years after that conversation in Tucson, Terminator 2 becomes this global phenomenon. And the news reports, they all announced the same thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the biggest box office star on the planet. The prophecy came true exactly as he'd said it would.
This whole thing brings up some fascinating questions, doesn't it? Was he just destined for greatness? Was it just pure, unshakable confidence? Or was the real power in the vision itself, that thing he created and lived into every single day? See, this story isn't just about him. It's about a principle that any of us can use.
So, the real truth here is this. Your life's direction can change the very second you decide who you want to be, not when your circumstances get better. That vision, it's your creation. And if you're hungry enough for it, if you pursue it relentlessly, the world eventually sees what you've been seeing all along.
And this brings us right back to the beginning, to the title of that failed movie he was promoting, Stay Hungry. That phrase suddenly has a whole new meaning now, right? It was never about food. It's about being hungry for your purpose, for your vision. So with all that in mind, let's turn this inward. What's your vision? Not some vague hope, but a clear, defined picture of the person you are absolutely determined to become. To put it another way, what's that driving force that gets you out of bed every morning? When things get hard, what's the purpose that keeps you going? That's the real hunger we're talking about here. And finally, what future are you willing to commit to? To really act on, as if it were already true, long before anyone else in the world can see it. That's the real challenge, isn't it? To believe in it so completely that your actions are aligned with a reality that doesn't even exist yet.
Because at the end of the day, that's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. It's not just about talent or luck. It's about having a purpose that is so strong, it actually forges a new reality. Purpose? Well, purpose creates legends.